As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
Back at you with the blind base head. So what we're going to be doing today is wiring up these 15s, throwing them in the new box. So what we have here, we have two dual 2-ohm Skar VXF 15s. Okay, and we have a Taramps MD8K, and it's the 2-ohm version. So we're going to be wiring our final impedance down to 2 ohms. Don't really want to wire Taramps full bridge under its lowest stable impedance, which this one has 2 ohms. Because people don't seem to have too much good luck with that, even though I'm going to have a very stout electrical system. But enough of that. So in order to achieve this, what we're going to have to do is we're going to wire each woofer up to 4 ohms and wire them together back down to 2 ohms. So in order to do that, if you don't know, it's pretty simple. You get yourself a jumper wire, which is a single piece of wire, and you connect let me show you. So like I was saying, what you do to achieve that is you connect the positive on one coil to the negative on the other coil. Like you see, I have a jumper here, negative on this coil, running around to the other side to the positive over here. Okay, and then you have your remaining negative on this coil and positive on this coil. Okay, and that's where you're going to be terminating at. So I have my test probes in there, not test probes, whatever you want to call them, my meter probes. So you can see by doing this, we're achieving 4 ohms out of these dual tubes. 4.2. It's going to fluctuate. It's never going to be a solid reading, mostly because there's noise in this room and they're probably not completely leveled. And basically, the slightest bit of noise or movement is going to make the coil move inside of the magnetic gap, which is going to fluctuate your resistance, your impedance. So as you can see, we wired it up to 4 ohms. Now the next step is going to be to wire them together down to 2 ohms. So that's what we're going to do now. Alright, so now let's wire these motherfuckers together down to 2 ohms. So, I already got the wires pre-stripped and everything, got the jumpers on like I already said. I got me a jumper to reach from one woofer to the next, and we're going to do one run of wire to the amp. Oh yeah, I didn't mention, this is 8 gauge OFC, it's 10 OFC, it's by NVX, which is Sonic Electronics premier house brand. They have NVX and Belva, if you didn't know. Now you know. Anyway, it's really nice wire. Slightly oversized, not like crazy like sky high or anything, but it'll get the job done. So what we're gonna do is, this is real simple. Now that we have the jumpers over, connecting each one, making each one go to 4 ohms, so we'll look at it as a single 4 ohm load. Now we're gonna put those loads together to 2 ohm. So how we're gonna do that is, we have our wires, we have our jumper that's gonna connect the two, and one is going to the amp. So we gotta connect those and then put them in the woofers. So how we're gonna do that is we're gonna go positive to positive. You wanna have them frayed out, put them together, twist them together. Okay, now and if this doesn't hold, I'm gonna put some solder in there and tin it. Okay? But I'm pretty sure it'll hold. These have nice sized terminals, so I don't think we'll have much problems with that one. Fray it out. Put them together, kind of intertwine the strands, and give it a good twist, a nice hard twist. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go negative on this coil. It helps if you twist it as you put it in. Helps you get less fray. Get more wire and the terminal. Now, to the other side here. I always like to wait to spread your wires until you have it on the woofer so you know exactly how far to spread it so you're not overdoing it. It looks nicer, but it really matters. Here we go, now we have the positive go into this remaining coil. Ooh, I did not like that. This one we're gonna have to twist it a little bit better. My bad. There we go. There we go. There we go. Bam. So now, I might go back through and solder them, but I think this will work for now. Okay. Give it a little toe pull, make sure it's gonna hold. Looks like it's gonna hold just fine. Alright. Now we got our other side. We're gonna connect these together. Real simple. Positive to the positive here. This remaining coil. Ooh. This side's real easy. You don't have to double on. Ooh. Negative on this coil. Now, one thing you want to make sure you do is you do not want to have wire poking through the other side of the spring terminal, because it can touch the basket, and if you have more than one doing that, you obviously cause a short. So, be aware of that. Okay, simple. Now, they're at 2 ohms. Let's check. Bust out the good old fluke multimeter. Check it. Probe. Move. Right. Wow, it's fluctuating pretty hard. There's all this noise in here, but I'll show you.
Alright, and there you go. Wiring down to 2 ohms. Slightly under 2 ohms, but that's because of all the noise and everything in here, and you're never gonna get the exact resistance that they quote. That's just not how it works. But you'd know that if you're familiar with electronics. There we go. Now we're gonna slap them down in the box, and we will test them out in the house before we put in the car. I don't know if we'll do that today or when we're gonna do that, but it will happen. Stay tuned.